Hello students, welcome back for our chapter Conservation of Plants and Animals. So in previous session of the chapter, we had gone through about the concept of conservation of wildlife, right? So in today's session, we are going to discuss about species. What is meant by species and also the type of species, that is endemic species and endangered species. So we will see, first of all we will know what is meant by species. Then we will know about the types of species, that is endemic. What is in the endemic species and what are the endangered species. So after this we shall go for the red data book. So what is this book and what are the records that this book will maintain, and after that we shall know about the migration. So what is the need of migration and why do living organisms migrate. So and next, recycling of paper, importance of recycling of paper, and finally about the reforestation. As the name of the lesson, conservation of plants and animals. So hence we need to reforest. Reforestation is nothing but the afforestation. Okay. So reforestation and afforestation, both are the similar terms. So now we shall discuss in detail about these terms. So note down all the important points and listen it carefully.
Species. What do you mean by species? Species is a group of population which are capable of interbreeding. This means that the members of a species can reproduce fertile offspring only with a member of their own species and not with the members of other species. For example, a lion is able to breed only with a lion. It cannot breed with a deer. And the members of the species, they have common characteristics. Species can be classified into endemic species and endangered species. Endemic species are those species of plants and animals which are found exclusively in a particular area. They are not naturally found anywhere else. And a particular type of animal or plant may be endemic to a zone or a state or a country. That is, endemic species are those species of plants and animals which are found only in a particular area. For example, the sal or the wild mango are the endemic flora of the Pachmarhi Biosphere Reserve, and the bison or the Indian giant squirrel and flying squirrel are the endemic fauna found on the Pachmarhi Biosphere Reserve. They are not found anywhere else. Now, what are endangered species? The animals whose numbers are diminishing to a level that they might face extinction are known as endangered animals. That is, the animals and plants which exist but the numbers are decreasing are called as endangered species. And those plants and animals which are not in existence are called as extinct species. Now, one of the example is tigers. Tigers are slowly disappearing from our forest. But Satpura Tiger Reserve was launched by the government to protect the tigers of their country, and in that tiger reserve we can see an increase in the population of tigers, and we can also find wild buffaloes as well as Barsinghar there. The next topic is Red Data Book. What do you mean by Red Data Book? It is a source book which keeps a record of all the endangered animals and plants. That is, it is a book that records the endangered species of a particular area. It is maintained by an organization called as International Union for Conservation of Natural Resources, IUCN. India also maintains a Red Data Book for the plants and animals found in India. So the next topic of this chapter is migration. The seasonal movement of birds or animals from one place to another is termed as migration, and they migrate to optimize their living conditions by moving to areas which are warmer and have more food. Some animals migrate to breed. So in short, we can say that the birds and animals, they migrate from one place to another due to the sudden climatic change or to find food or for breeding purpose. The birds who cover long distance to reach under land are known as migratory birds, and they fly to faraway areas for laying eggs as the weather in their natural habitat becomes very cold and inhospitable. Example, Siberian cranes. They are snowy white color birds that migrate during winter in India. Because in Siberia it becomes very cold and food would be scarce. Therefore, they migrate to India in search of better living conditions. So we saw how the government have established certain areas like national parks and wildlife sanctuaries to conserve the forest as well as wildlife. So how can we help in conserving forest? One method is by recycling paper. How is that possible? It takes about 17 full-grown trees to make 1 ton of paper. Therefore, we should save paper. And paper can be recycled 5 to 7 times for use. So if we recycle paper, we can save energy and the water needed for manufacturing paper, and the amount of harmful chemicals used in paper making will also be reduced. Hence, we should save, reuse the used paper and recycle it, thereby saving the forest. So the last topic of this chapter is reforestation. We already saw what is deforestation and the consequences of deforestation. Now the answer to deforestation is reforestation. What do you mean by reforestation? Reforestation is the restocking of the destroyed forest by planting new trees. That is a process of replanting an area with trees. And the planted trees should generally be of the same species which were found in that forest. And we should plant at least as many as trees as we cut. This is an example of a reforest area. Now, reforestation can also happen naturally. If the deforested area is left undisturbed, it re-establishes itself. In short, we can say in natural reforestation, there is no role of human beings. But this is how humans do reforestation. They plant trees, and after a few years, we can find that the forests have been replanted. And this is an example of natural reforestation. So we have already caused tremendous damage to our forests. So in order to retain our green wealth for the future generations, plantation of more trees is the only option. So that's all for chapter 7, conservation of plants and animals.
And hence friends, that's about today's class. And by this, your chapter comes to an end. So in the next session, we shall start another new chapter. Before that, go through well about this chapter and complete the notes and explanation of this chapter. Take care.